Lesson 12 is on the equation of a line. Now, a line is always represented by a linear equation, the linear equation y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. The slope is equal to the rise over the run, or the change in y over the change in x. So if I had coordinates, two sets of coordinates, I could calculate the slope using that formula. Now, on the coordinate system, this being the y-axis, that being the x-axis, a line that goes up is always going to have a positive slope. The number for m will always be a positive number. It's sort of like the car going uphill. If your line is going down, then the slope is going to be negative. So your number for m is going to be a negative number. Sort of like the car going downhill. On page 69 for lesson 12, problem example 12.1, there are three equations. I would like to work them so that you can, this being the x-axis, that being the y-axis. This is line A. This is line B. And this being line C. So we have two coordinates, 0, 3, and another coordinate is -3, 2, if you'll look in the book. So this is example 12.1 on page 69. Line A has no slope. It neither rises nor it runs. In fact, x never changes. So the equation for A is just going to be x equals -3. X never changes no matter what y is. They're not dependent variables. The same is true with B, line B. Y never changes. There is no relationship between y and x. No matter what x is, y is always -4. Okay? Now, C, we know that it crosses the y-axis at 3. So we can begin by going ahead and putting our y-intercept in at 3. And we can solve for the slope, which is the letter n, by using the formula. And since we have these coordinates, -3, 2, and 0, 3, we can label our coordinates x, y, and label one set 1 and the other set 2. And our formula and we can plug in our numbers. So that's 2 minus 3 over -3 minus 0. So that's -1 over, see if I've done that right, 2 minus 3 over -3 minus 0. Okay, and -3 minus 0 is -3. Now remember, our two negatives make a positive. So our slope is going to be positive 1/3. Again, I would engage my logic. Does that make sense? Yes, my slope is a positive 1/3. Therefore, my formula, my equation for the line is y equals 1/3 x plus 3. you have any questions on this lesson, please email me. Otherwise, I will see you on Wednesday.